Howdy y'all, Fuzzy Biker down here at Les Hills Harley-Davidson in southwest Iowa, and look what they have laid out for us today. This is an absolutely, I don't even know it's just amazing. I mean, look at all this chrome, the absolutely gorgeous Baja orange. I mean, everything about this thing is amazing, amazing. And you know what? Let's go take that hot rod for a ride. Wahoo! Harley-Davidson Breakout 117. Let's go for a ride. Wow, that is a different feeling motorcycle. A lot of rake, you reach to the bars. I love the sound. If you're in the market for a new or used Harley-Davidson, get yourself down here to Les Hills Harley-Davidson in southwest Iowa. Exit 35 off of Interstate 29. They've got over 200 bikes sitting here waiting for you. LesHillsHD.com. Wahoo! I love the sound. I love the looks. I love everything about this so far. Clutch is phenomenal. Riding position, let's just start with that. Forward controls way out there. My back is bent forward. I'm reaching to the bars for sure on this one. I love this minimalistic look through here. If you can call a Harley-Davidson minimalistic, I always get a kick out of that statement. My knees are slightly lower than my hips. My feet are way ahead of my knees. I love the way this thing. Wait till we do the walk around. The looks on this thing they're just beyond belief. 21-inch front tire, a 240 on the back end. Absolutely amazing. Oh wow, you really got to lean on this one. Very smooth 6-speed transmission. What a bike. This is bad boy all over. I've seen this bike in other colors, but orange, Baja orange is the way to get it. Sound is very good. Chrome makes things sound better, right? It's got the minimalistic dash, the 2.17 inch across this way LED. It's got the fuel gauge, the odometer, the speedometer, all kinds of other things in there. Let's kind of take a look at what we got here. Information button, trip A, trip B, range, time, tachometer. Let's leave it on tack. I think it's 123 foot-pounds of torque. What a scream demon. Amazing, amazing. Little gear indicator up here on the right. At 60 miles an hour, we are tacking about 2170. Going down the 4 lanes, you are definitely in the air. Wind is right in your face. You don't really feel it on the body so much because you're leaning forward, but you're definitely out there. I love the handling. Torque is the key word. What is that? 123 foot-pounds. It's about 167, 168 Newton meters. It handles very different than a normal Harley. It's very raked out. It's got that 21-inch front tire on it. Wow, does it pick up? It's that lightweight. It's 683 pounds wet. That's with a full tank of fuel. That's about 310 kilograms. Full tank of fuel, by the way, is about 5 gallons. Oh, this has a sporty ride, if you know what I mean. It really pulls. Wow, does this pull? Absolutely amazing. This is a race machine, my friends. Oh, is this a powerhouse? Look at that, just right up there. What a dream machine. Seat height is, I think it was 25.5 inches, which is about 650 millimeters, which is incredibly low. And I do feel like I'm down there. I mean, it's an amazing seating position. It's just, you feel like you're right on the ground. You also feel like you're on rails. This thing is just amazing handling. Not handling like a sports bike, but amazing handling as in cruiser handling. This has to be the most amazing cruising motorcycle I have ever been on, and I have been on many, many motorcycles. Look at this little valley through here. It's on the soft-tail structure, so it's got a monoshock right underneath my seat. Got that rigid hardtail look on the rear end. Got the bob fender. It's an incredibly good-looking motorcycle. I mean, it is... Boy, does that thing bark. And that's stock exhaust. I checked that before we left. Just amazing. A thing of beauty, my friends. A true thing of beauty. This is motorcycle art. Second to none. In the cruiser realm, this is it. Nothing even comes close. Let's see how she turns. I'm amazed. She turns very well. How does a bike like this do that? I think the wheelbase is 66.7 inches. 1,693 millimeters, if I got that right. Nobody behind us. Let's try the brakes. Whoa! Ho, 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 ho. I love it. I could not find a disc diameter on the front. It is a floating disc. I'm guessing it's a 300 millimeter. 4-pot caliper, 4-piston caliper. Incredible action there. Single disc on the rear. We'll take a look at that when we get back to the shop. You can adjust the rear shock. There's a little knob on the side of the bike. I'll point that out when we get back. Wow, this thing, it just jumps. It just jumps. This thing is a real powerhouse. Absolutely amazing. It's got to be over 100 horsepower. Oh, does it pull? Oh boy, does it pull. You know, I always talk about Harley making the deal with the motorcycle gods. They get the longer, lower, leaner, and they get the big V-twin and all the torque in the world. For that, they have to have a low seat height and a long wheelbase. But Harley, somehow, those engineers, they seem to make it work incredibly well. As a matter of fact, you ride one of these and you think that's how all motorcycles should be. Just a phenomenal experience. If you have not ridden one of these, get yourself down to Lust Hills Harley-Davidson, Southwest Iowa, lusthillshd.com. Talk to those guys. This thing is amazing. And kind of a killer thing about it, it's got 4.5 inches of ground clearance too. You know, how do they do all these things? And you know, I love the roar. Roars like a lion. Beautiful, beautiful. Beautifully. Oh, that transmission is just perfection. Perfection. Harley-Davidsons have got the best. I call it the 6-shooter transmission. But positive shifting, you know you're in gear, you know you're in the next gear. Wow. And I really think they've made them a little smoother this year. They seem to work just a little better than last year. Isn't that just oh, this thing's phenomenal. What a bike this is. Handling in the garage. This is a heavy bike with a very low center of gravity. It's going to take a lot of room. It's got a long wheelbase, but boy, will it look good in the garage. A lot to keep polished too. Just an amazing thing. Parking lot. I don't have any trouble with this kind of a motorcycle in that. It is a little raky, so you do have to watch a little bit, but not an issue. Around town, this is made for around town. It's a real powerhouse. I mean, this would eat the city alive. This would eat the city alive. Stop light to stoplight. I mean, just mind-blowing. 2-lane blacktop. It'd be a lot of fun. You'd look good doing it. And as far as the interstate goes, well, you could do it, but I'd find a different bike. It's just an amazing motorcycle for what it's made for, which is cruising. Here we are at Lust Hills Harley-Davidson, Southwest Iowa. lusthillshd.com. Check out what they got here. This whole row of bikes. An absolutely beautiful collection of used motorcycles right here, right in front. If you're in the market for a newer used Harley-Davidson, get yourself down here to Lust Hills Harley-Davidson, lusthillshd.com. Those guys can help you out. Like I said, they've got about 100 motorcycles in that section alone. And then back here in this toy box, the toy box, they've got about another 100 motorcycles. So they have quite the collection of bikes on hand, ready to go. This thing is a treat. I love the forward controls. I just love forward control motorcycles. And this one just does it really well. I mean to tell you, what a deal. What a deal. Look at this. So maneuverable. I like it. Let's get the other camera out and do a little walk around. Wahoo! All right, y'all, that was absolutely amazing. And it's an amazing ride this thing is. This is the real treat here, the looks. Just look that thing over. This is the epitome of Harley-Davidson style in my mind. I love every little thing about it. It just oozes with classic styling and modern feature. Just a beautiful thing in every way. Look at that, just glistening in the sun. Absolutely gorgeous motorcycle. The minimalistic top end here. Look at that color. The bob fender back here. This incredibly wide back tire. What did I say that was, a 240? 240, 40, 18 on the rear. Just amazing. And I love that rim, that mag. You know, let's look at that real quick on the front here. Every other spoke. So this is black, and on the other side, this is chrome on this side, or polished aluminum. It's just amazing. And going down the road, it really has a look to it. Here's a little clip of it for y'all to watch. Just look at that. Isn't that neat? Wow, I like the effect. I love the effect. Gorgeous. All right, so let's start with this glistening heart of chrome. Look at that thing. I'm an older guy, so this really appeals to me, and I really think it goes with this orange and black. Just a phenomenal piece of work here. So it's an M8, 117 cubic inches. That's 1920 cubic centimeters. We don't know the horsepower, but it's got to be over 100 horsepower. Torque is about 123 foot-pounds. That's 167 newton meters. Compression ratio, by the way, is 10.2 to 1. It's oil-cooled heads, 8 valves, 4 per head. 2 spark plugs per cylinder, by the way. Air-cooled here, oil-cooled bottom ends, oil-cooled heads, oil-cooled bottom end. Look at that, isn't that just neat? Just a glistening. And what I really like about this, look at the transmission, the 6-shooter. It's chrome on this side. So all of this is chrome. The pipes are chrome. This is chrome. This full oil tank is chrome. This is chrome. Just beautifully done. Every little bit. I like it. Now jumping over here to the disc, I think this is probably a 300 millimeter disc. It's full floating, 4-piston caliper. Worked excellent. You guys saw that. We tried it out. Just a real deal there. She's got this 21-inch front tire. It's a 130/60/21, and we already talked about the rim. And Harley doesn't have a name for that, and they really should, because it's really a beautiful thing. Jumping up here, 49 millimeter forks, dual bending valve. Got this kind of a bob fender. Isn't that really just beautiful? I love the way it, you know, again, looks very minimalistic. Now here's where it really gets interesting. Check out this headlight. So what do y'all think of that? I like it. It's definitely LED. I'd love to drive this thing at night, but you know, it looks so modern, but yet part of the past. You know, just a gorgeous thing. And of course, look at these triple trees. Black lacquered, just like the fork legs and the rims. Very well done on their part. Very well done. And I love how they set in, and you know how this sets out in the headlight bracket. And so moving back, the big old tank, 5-gallon tank, that's about 19 liters. This is the stock seat, and I love the seat. It was very comfortable. What I found this year is that all the Harley seats I've ridden on are just, they're perfect from the factory. Now this one looks a little thin, but so the bike's set up for 2 riding. You already got the foot pegs for the back passenger and a little bit of a seat. Got that rigid looking back end. Of course, it's a monoshock. There's a shock down here. Here's how you adjust the shock right here. Somebody hops on, you can just reach down and turn that knob. Back brake, I'm not sure the diameter of that again. I'm going to just guess 300. Looks like a dual piston caliper. Gorgeous. And then the tire, 240 by 40/18. Just look at that monster. Take a week just to get around that with a camera. And somebody has really had a leaning. Look at that. Right down to the edges. And of course, this beautifully done bob fender. I really like that. And I thought this was the taillight here. This is not the taillight. That's just a reflector. Taillights, turn signals, stop, they're all right in this. Just very well done in that sense, huh? But isn't that just gorgeous? Just wow. And look at this, chrome on this side all the way up. And then when you jump on this side, Here we go. Here we go again. Chrome belt guard. Look at that. All chrome. Just gorgeous. Phenomenal. Chrome foot gear. Wow. I love it. You know, and I love this. This is not an oil tank, but it looks like the old-fashioned oil tank. This is a 4-plug coil. Each cylinder has 2 plugs. So 2-cylinder motorcycle, 4 plugs, 2 per cylinder. I just love it. I just love it. And these forward controls, I'm a person that loves forward controls. You either like them or you don't. If you do like them, you're going to love them on this bike. You know, you really reach out there with your legs. I love the way you sit on this thing. I find this kind of a bike to be pretty comfortable. I wouldn't want to do it on the interstate, but around town and just things like that, it's a beautiful thing to ride on. And of course, hidden away in here is the oil cooler. You have to actually look for it. You know, just a phenomenal machine. Beautiful. You know, look at this. This paint, you know. We got the orange, we got this silver stripe, we got this other kind of silver here with black inset in there. And then this Harley-Davidson on the side. I mean, just so well done. Jumping up here to the chrome center, it says Breakout 1903. Wow. And then while I was riding this, let's jump up to the top. This is what you see. And this just screams bad boy all the way. I mean, this is just the minimalistic gauge set right here. You know, these oversized bars. Just, you know, this whole thing just really grabs you, you know, and the mirrors work great. Of course, Harley mirrors always work good. They've got that elongated oval, I call it. So, switch gear. Those excellent Harley-Davidson levers. Over here's the information button for controlling the LCD. Horn, lights with a flash to pass feature. This bike has cruise control. Cruise control on this bike. Cruise control. Can you see that? You push it to activate it, down to set it, up to resume. That's amazing. Blinker right here. Left blinker, right blinker over here. Traction control. The things you learn. I should start looking at these before I ride them, right? Traction control on off. That's amazing. Start button, hazard lights, on off button for the bike. The bike has a fob, so I just love this whole setup here. Let's turn that on. All your Christmas tree lights are down here. Fuel light, high beam, oil light, ABS, engine, all that neat stuff. And we already talked about what was in here. Lots of goodies, and that's how you turn it on and off right there. I like it. I like everything about it. The numbers going down the line here. 25.6 inch seat height. That's 650 millimeters. 66.7 wheelbase. 66.7 inch wheelbase, and you can tell it riding, especially with that rake. That's 1,694 millimeters. 4.5 inches of ground clearance. That's 114 millimeters. Plenty of ground clearance for a cruiser. 5-gallon tank, we already talked about that, about 19 liters. The big number, the number we all want to know about, and I'm actually impressed with this number, 683 pounds, that's about 310 kilograms, and that's with a full tank of fuel. This is one of the lighter feeling Harleys when you ride it. It really, if you haven't ridden one of these, especially one like this, naked one like this, with an M8 engine, you need to get yourself down to Lust Hills Harley-Davidson and take one of these for a ride. Look at that beautiful thing. Just absolutely amazing. So if you're in the market, Lust Hills Harley-Davidson in Southwest Iowa, exit 35 on Interstate 29, or go to lusthillshd.com. Those guys can help you out. Now, it's a beautiful day out here. I keep hearing motorcycles all around me. I'm gonna go hop on mine and go for a ride. Life is good. Get out and ride, my friends. Wahoo! Fuzzy biker down here at Lust Hills. Look at this. That's Damien on that hot rod. Look at those wheels. Have them come back around. The spokes are alternating chrome and black lacquer. Just look at that. Isn't that neat? Wow, I like the effect. I love the effect. Gorgeous.
Outstanding.